coming up on this week's ATV News.
Could 2 earlier crashes have saved 1 woman's life?
Show you how an increase in student fees has the ARC up and running.
There was not a gunman at the Walmart, but there is someone in a lot of trouble somewhere else.
If you've been sleeping on your friend's couch, one very delayed option may be opening up.
Do you like good news? It's the day of plenty for it in sports. In weather, where are you heading for Thanksgiving? We'll let you know if the weather will get in your way.
All that and more, this is ATV News.
Welcome to ATV News. I'm Alicia Facer.
And I'm Taylor Condi.
A woman is home safe after wrecking her car in Logan Canyon yesterday. While police officers were responding to an earlier crash in Logan Canyon, others driving by reported a car in the river a few miles down the road. Police quickly responded to the reports and found this car flipped in the river with Katie Nielsen trapped inside. As she was driving, she lost control and rolled the car. As Utah Highway Patrol troopers arrived, they could hear Nielsen screaming for help. As they tried rescuing her, her screams suddenly stopped. Trooper Russell Hanley then got in the river. With help from Hanley and the Logan City Fire Department, Nielsen was rescued from her car. As it gets colder, police advise drivers to be aware of road conditions while driving through canyons.
Even though it's a nice sunny day like this, there's going to be parts of the canyon where it will be icy because of the shade.
Nielsen was trapped at the scene for hypothermia and was transferred to Logan Regional Hospital.
There wasn't a gunman at the South Walmart on Thursday, but a fake 911 call led Logan officials to believe there was. Our Sarah Winder shows you how the situation unfolded.
At about 1:45 on Thursday, Logan 911 dispatchers received a phone call from a man yelling that he was going to shoot.
There's a male individual yelling he has a 1088 and he's going to use that.
On scene, officials quickly realized that the call was a fake.
We discovered that there was no threat at all.
But what wasn't a fake was a traffic stop. Pulled over for a broken taillight and no insurance, the individual gave a fake name, and while the officer was in his patrol car, the person called 911 with a threat, giving them the chance to get away. But police found them at a home in Nibley.
Police traced Ariana's call to this residence, and they found her in the basement, but they say that she is non-compliant. So as you can see, they're standing and waiting outside, and it looks like they're planning their next move.
Turns out, Ariana wasn't involved, or anyone else. So the next move was to get this man out of his home. They say he locked himself inside a room by nailing the door shut. All for something that officials say could have been avoided.
Certainly a more significant and serious event that he created by trying to avoid some simple traffic trouble.
And
this puts our community at risk. This was the wrong thing to do.
Sarah Winder, ATV News.
The suspect was taken into custody and is looking at a felony or a Class A misdemeanor charges for phone call and evasion.
If you're new to the country but unprepared to join the workforce, you're going to be directed to the new Utah Refugee Education and Training Center in Salt Lake County. The center is also home to USU Extension's Micro Business Center, where refugees can access a number of resources like classes for college credit, as well as courses teaching common cooking terms. Next year, they'll be able to use those terms in a newly installed kitchen.
Cache Valley Transit District buses are still free after the Board of Trustees voted unanimously last week. There's more than this student waiting for the CTVD buses. The fare-free system that takes locals around the valley has seen a bit of controversy since trying to increase sale taxes. Officials say it would help the zero-fare system continue to operate. However, last week, the Board of Trustees decided students and everyone else can keep riding the buses free for now.
Yeah, it's all personal preference, but I really like having the fare-free. I think if it was not fare-free, we'd have a lot more cars out on the road.
The CVTD board members will review the fare free policy every 3 to 5 years or whenever the district has financial troubles to see if it will stay fare free.
The new Aggie Recreation Center, also known as the ARC, is now open to students who funded the entire building by paying triple their campus rec fees. Our Taylor Murray went to see if the increase paid off.
Applause rang through the ARC as Utah State administrators conducted the official ribbon cutting for the building. Campus Recreation Department members say the ARC was a necessary addition to USU.
Students all came together and saw a need for a new recreation facility just with our current facilities.
It just measures your hand. The ARC houses 30 treadmills, several free weight sets, 4 basketball courts, a yoga studio, and more. But the look of the building is what has everyone talking.
I like that it seems new, it feels new. It's really nice. I like the, atmosphere of it, the openness.
There's a lot of stuff on all the different levels. It just has everything you need.
Spectacular just walking in. We couldn't stop. We had to stop and actually take a selfie. That's how beautiful it was.
But the facility didn't come without a price tag, so students had to find a way to pay.
They got together, they voted on it, and were able to increase a student fee that the students just started paying.
Everyone seems to agree that the new ARC building is beautiful, but with student fees going up to make it happen, is the pump really worth it?
Kind of bummed out because I'm a senior and I don't really get to enjoy it.
I think that if anyone comes and gives it a try, I think they can be sold over.
I must say, it hurts me inside to hear that our student fees are going up.
I think it's worth it. Honestly, if you use the gym, I think it's worth it. For those who don't, maybe not.
Even with mixed results about the fees from students, Ellis wants the Aggies to know Campus Rec is here for their needs.
That's really what our Campus Rec staff embodies, is really serving the students.
Taylor Murray, ATV News.
Both the ARC and the Fieldhouse will be closed November 25th to the 29th for Thanksgiving.
When we come back, we'll show you how a country on the other side of the world celebrates the season.
And Logan now has a 2-for-1 deal when it comes to education and hair salons. We'll show you how.
A group of engineering students at Utah State has designed and programmed an innovative remote-controlled submarine. USUB is fully student-run. They designed and built the parts from the ground up and are always working to improve the submarine software and capabilities. These students show that computer science is more than just typing on keyboards. Dive right into engineering with USUB.
Welcome back. A new school here in Logan is out to make the community look good. The Paul Mitchell Cosmetology School offers services like haircuts and coloring, nail touch-ups and skincare, and what they call a washroom where they get to relax with a 15-minute shampoo and scalp massage. But besides being a working salon, the school also teaches classes and gives hands-on experience to students at all levels. They say everything at the school is monitored by certified professionals, including the state testing board. The program takes 1 year to complete, and so far, all 74 students say they are enjoying it.
The atmosphere is beautiful and our future professionals are happy, and it's just a program that I've never seen before. It's very uplifting and a great program to be in.
They start a new training program for new students every 6 weeks.
A student housing complex called The Factory isn't all the way done yet, but part of it will be open for students in time for next semester. Our Jeffrey Dada is live on the patio to demonstrate how. Jeffrey?
Thanks, Alicia. If you want to build something big, you can't just throw all the pieces on the ground and hope it gets built. You have to work on one aspect at a time until your project starts to take form. This is essentially the approach that the factory management took when they missed their deadline in August.
That is inspectors checking off the first of the factory's new rooms. After 2 missed deadlines, they are finally ready for students. The factory started giving tours this week, and their new property manager said they have been going well.
Once people started to be able to come inside and see the progress, it's been a big change of heart. There are people that have signed leases. There's people who want to wait until they can see their actual apartment before they'll sign. That's just fine.
Most importantly, they aren't making any promises they can't keep.
So they brought me in initially just to consult and take a look at the project and really do an honest assessment of how long it would take. I talked to the owner and I said, to have your lobby and garden level ready, it's going to take until the middle of November.
There may be aspects of the factory that don't look all the way done right now, but looks can be deceiving because what this room looks like is what it looked like in the lobby last week.
Who came up with the idea? We kind of all did.
How the factory looks on the outside has some potential residents skeptical.
Just driving by and looking at the place, I'm like, there's no way they're going to be open in January still.
However, the factory says they will be ready for residents next semester. They are planning on 214, but Paredes will not be one of them.
No, I wouldn't live there.
Unlike Paredes, some of the people who were slated to move in previously are coming back.
We have quite a few coming back. I think getting them here and letting them see it and see the actual apartments, that's the best way that, you know, we can show them, hey, this is what it is.
This is my Lego tower. It's not all the way done, but then again, neither is the factory. However, in addition to the first floor opening to the public in January, they say that most of the amenities, such as the bowling alley, the cafe, and the hot tub will be. After that, they'll be opening up rooms as they finish them. Back to you, Alicia.
Thanks, Jeffrey. The factory will hold an open house on December 4th.
USU is the top college in the nation for agricultural majors, according to a college planning program, Campus Explorer. The ranking included college planning, careers after college, tuition prices, and more. It said USU gave out more scholarships to ag students than any other agricultural program. The tuition was also thousands less per semester than the other schools, which included Purdue and Montana State University. There are more than 1,200 undergraduates in the College of Agriculture and Applied Sciences now.
If you've ever wanted to travel to another country to experience the culture, you're in luck. Utah State's Indian Student Association brought their culture to you. ATV's photojournalist Amy Reed went to Diwali this weekend to show you what the Festival of Lights is all about.
We're here to celebrate Diwali. Diwali is the festival of lights.
You have Christmas here in the States, you have Diwali there in India.
In India, it's a very big thing, and it has a lot of cultural significance. It's the celebration of victory of good over evil. The skit is actually a big tradition in India. It's where Ravana kidnaps the goddess Sita, and Ram, who's the husband of the goddess Sita, Lord Ram, rescues Sita from Ravana and defeats Ravana. The moral of Diwali is that everyone has in himself to be good. So Ravana also, if he looks inside, he realizes his mistake.
Dancing is how you express your joy.
Game with the kids was super funny and super awesome.
You get the chocolate. Everything in India is musical, and it's just been that way. That's the one place where we just celebrate and dance, and it's part of our culture. We just love eating sweets and wearing colorful dresses and dancing.
You have to represent your culture in altogether different country.
Many of the students in the Indian Student Association are international students, and some of them have only been here a few months. And they said this experience was just like it would be at home.
Up next, ATV's Jamie Sun will have your Cache Valley weather report.
The current temperature is 49 degrees.
You make me wear my bike helmet. Taught me never to run with scissors.
You tell me to stay away from drugs.
To always buckle my seatbelt. And to follow the swimming rules.
You're always looking out for me and trying to keep me safe.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
Here in the garage.
Closet. Shoebox. Under the bed.
Where anyone can get to it. How safe is that?
How safe is that?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. If you own a firearm and are not using it, please be responsible and be sure that it's stored in a safe place. Remember, always lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org.
Welcome back. It's Thanksgiving week, so let's hurry and get to the national radar. There's not a lot of precipitation going on throughout the nation except for the west. In the west, we see the storm is coming from the coast, so we see states like Washington, Oregon, and California. Washington, Oregon, and California it's getting some storms. Let's take a look at the weather watches over throughout the nation. So not a lot of warnings are given out in the east, but in the west, there we see pink and blue and ivory, which means that pink areas like Montana, California, and Nevada mean that there is a winter storm warning. And the blue and ivory throughout means that there is still a winter weather warning. And Utah's also in ivory, meaning that we're expected wind, rainfall, and some snow due to the storm coming from the west coast. So let's take a look at the state radar. So there's not a lot of things going on today, but it's tomorrow and the Thanksgiving Day that we will get hit by some snow. So let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. So today it's pretty cold, but it's still going to be the warmest of our week to come. So on Wednesday, it's going to be 40% chance of rain, then snow, which will turn into an 80% of snow showers with a high of 43 and a 26. And then on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, we will have 50% chance of snow showers with a high of 31 and a low of 14 degrees. On Friday, we start to get some sun back with some clouds with a high of 31 and 12 degrees. On Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we will stay in 30s and with a low of 14 to 15 degrees. On Tuesday, it's getting a little bit warmer, but not as much as we would like. So for those of you who are traveling on Thanksgiving, please be careful. Now you're up to date with all the weather. Let's see what Caroline's got for sports.
Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she does strange tricks for no treats. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny?
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Aww. You should pick that up.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Aww. You should pick that up.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Aww. You should pick that up.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Aww. You should pick that up.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Aww. You should pick that up.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she does strange tricks for no treats. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny? Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she does strange tricks for no treats. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny? Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she does strange tricks for no treats. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny? Live with a human.
It is great to be back. In USU men's basketball, the team faces off against Union, Tennessee Friday night. Union opens the game, moving fast and attempts to get points. Right here, he goes for it, but misses, where USU point guard Chris Smith runs the ball up the court, passing it over to teammate Lou Evans, where he shoots. He scores, jumping forward with a little over 6 minutes left in the first half. Evans again gets a point for the Aggies, putting them up by 24. In the second half, Union gets the ball. Right here, you see him going for it. They shoot, but misses. It isn't over yet because the ball is knocked out of Grayson Moore's hands, and Union player Casey Goodwin goes for another attempt. And then they try another, but they don't succeed. And now USU with the ball. We are playing it, going up the court. They're getting around defense, passing it. They're going to give it over to wingman Jalen Moore. He goes for a shot after he gets around this guy and makes it. But in the last half, Union shows they still have some fight left. Here you see they go in for another attempt, but it isn't enough. With just a little less than 30 seconds left of the game, USU forward Grayson Moore, after getting the pass from his teammate, goes in for the kill with this dunk, and he hits them hard. The Aggies claim their victory, winning 73-49. A great win, but changes can still be made.
We still got some adjustments to make to really put our personnel in the right situation, and I think we also have some lineup adjustments we still have to look at too.
Utah State is still undefeated this season and will play Utah Valley here in Logan tonight. In women's basketball, USU goes up against the Pacific Tigers. In the first half, both teams are doing well, but Pacific pulls ahead when guard Haley Eccles shoots right here and scores, giving the Tigers an 18-13 point lead. But the Aggies don't give up, with guard Funda Nakasoglu pushing her way in and scoring right there. It isn't until the second quarter where this three-pointer by Haley Eccles again gives the Tigers their largest lead of the night. But the Aggies claw their way back, tying the game and are up with a 32-20 lead in intermission. The Aggies came back strong with a shot, but this three shot by the other team. But don't worry, Nakasuglu gives the Aggies the push to claim the win. A close game ends with Utah State winning 78-70. Nakasoglu claimed a career high tonight, but she had other things on her mind.
I wasn't thinking about that at all, but if that comes, but I'm just more excited for our team and the win that we got today.
Women's basketball will hit the road to take on Northern Colorado on December 1st. Women's volleyball hosted its home finale Saturday night against the Air Force Falcons. Utah State opens the match strong with this block by USU Lauren O'Brien, leading for most of the first set until Air Force hit back hard to take a 19-17 lead. But Utah State wasn't going to give up and came back to tie the set right here, 21-21, but Falcon Akokwi Clement spikes the ball and the Falcons get ahead 25-22. In the second match, Utah State had a 6-4 lead, working hard to get points, but the Falcons flew in with the advantage, winning 25-19. The players embraced there and the audience members danced it out, but for some, it was a hard game to swallow.
Their game plan was better than ours. Their outside hitters were better than ours. Everything they did tonight was better than ours. And that's disappointing in our own gym. Nice crowd, and we just kind of gave it all away.
They do have one more match against Boise State tonight at 7. In football, Utah State takes on Nevada at Maverick Stadium. In the first quarter, the Wolfpack ran down the Aggies when linebacker Jordan Dobrik intercepts this pass and runs it down 25 yards for the score. Chucky Keaton steps in for injured Kent Myers. They can't convert here, but after Nevada scores on a short run, Hunter Sharp returns this kickoff going all the way down the field, and he catches it running and getting past defense. He keeps running. It's a long yard run. He keeps going and going. It is amazing to see that he makes it into the end zone, getting a touchdown for USU. But Nevada took a 21-7 lead in the first half, getting this touchdown into the end zone right there. In the second half, Nevada starts strong like we just saw, but now jumping forward, USU, Mays makes a touchdown. He almost does it again as he almost slips past, going, and he almost gets another one for USU, but doesn't quite make it. But he does with 2 yards out, getting the win, Utah State 31-27.
Too much sweat and blood into this program just to give up. And it hadn't always gone our way this year, but I'm going to tell you what it did today.
The Aggies will take on in-state rival BYU this Saturday. You're all caught up in sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Caroline. When we come back, we'll show you how one Aggie found success after graduation.
And how making simple toys can be more helpful for children in Honduras than ones from the store.
Sorry, I've got big ideas.
As a college student, you have big ideas to make a big difference on campus. Why not get funding for those ideas in a big way? The Blue Goes Green Grant provides funding for student sustainability projects. These projects help USU students be more environmentally responsible, live healthier, and save money. To find out more, go to usu.edu/BGG. Get funding for your Blue Goes Green idea in a big way. Blue Goes Green. Make a difference.
You can find success soon after college. Our Christopher Campbell went to Burley, Idaho to show us one USU graduate who now helps run a business.
Alicia Harper uses the computer to conduct her business for a company she owns called Custom Basin, which sells furniture and sliding barn doors. On most sliding doors, the tracks make noise when you open them. But the ones Basin Custom makes are designed to be more silent.
We designed a wheel formed out of UHMW plastic, and it actually makes the interior barn door hardware silent when it rolls. And we have a stopper that it hits, that's rubber, so it's plastic to plastic, so it doesn't make any noise.
The company makes its products in a warehouse in Idaho.
Most of the other companies, they take their designs to China or Mexico and have them manufactured and then shipped to the States, but we do it all in-house, just at Southern Field Welding.
Bo Hobson, who shot promotional footage for Basin Custom, says the company sells high-end products.
We found out that they do some really cool things. They build some really quality items, and I think they're doing a good job with it.
Harper got involved with the company after meeting the man she would later marry, Matt Harper.
He was one of the business owners that helped start the company. I just worked my way up. I was pretty much the sole project manager. There's a lot of other people that help with the projects, but my husband was already co-owner, so marrying him made me the other part. Do you understand that?
Though she has been successful with the company, she says her true passion is teaching high schoolers AutoCAD. Christopher Campbell, ATV News.
Leisha's full-time job is teaching, but she usually runs her business over the weekend. Around Christmas, a lot of us want to send nice gifts to children in impoverished countries, but if the gift is too nice, the parents might sell it to support the family. So a group called Candle of Light invited the public to make simple games like spin a ron-ron, a piece of string with a bead in the middle that you spin on your fingers like a jump rope. Volunteers came and painted the wooden beads and put together small games for kids to enjoy. The project was for Honduran children, so the toy makers kept it simple, making toys that the kids would like and keep.
We wanted to give the kids toys that they were familiar with. And we also wanted to give the kids toys that were simple enough that they wouldn't be sold because they weren't worth anything.
Candle of Light plans on holding humanitarian events once a month for anyone who wants to volunteer.
Thank you for watching this edition of ATV News.
For all our latest shows, you can check out our Facebook page. Have a great week.